if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes. We will shut it down. Okay, y'all. Welcome back. This is a birthday special for our super mayor. I want to send a birthday shout out to Tiffany Henyard, our super mayor. And today we're going to do a special tribute to our super mayor and all of her accomplishments. Okay. So we're going to go down the Yellow Brick Road. You know how Grace Levi like to do. We're going to do a little research, pull up what's going on now. Also kind of highlight some of the things that we talked about earlier, because we were questioning some actual points in her real estate program. And one of the things we were questioning was the contracting list. And I highlighted how biased it may be to have a contractors list for investors that is investing in adulting. Okay, so we're going to get into that because I think that in itself kind of branch into the topic we're going to be talking about today. Also, I just did a little bit of research, not a lot, but just enough to get this broadcast going for her birthday. Let's put her on the screen. I'm going to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm saying it in my Marilyn Monroe voice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear super mayor. Happy birthday to you. Y'all didn't know I could sing like that with that deep old voice, huh? Saying happy birthday to Henyard. Now I know why you missed the Thornton meeting tonight. You was like, I'm not about to have these people yell at me. I'm about to not deal with being in the hot seat tonight. Not on my birthday. But today, you're going to be on the spotlight with Grace Levi. How about that? I got my glasses, y'all, because we're going to be doing a little bit of reading today. Okay? So, the two businesses that we're going to highlight today is Good Burger and Aiesha Properties. So I was like, Aiesha Properties, where did that come from? And I still have to do more research about that. But let's get the broadcast moving. I want to say thank you for being with us today. Thank you for being focused on Dolton. If you are from Dolton, I appreciate you. I do want to say, because I know Dolton residents are a little bit older. I deal with older people. And I do drop some curse bombs. So I do apologize for earlier broadcasts. If y'all was offended, don't be offended. I'm going to be more clean just because I'm being all cute for your birthday. Y'all see I got her favorite on flowers and stuff. This is especially for my sister. Okay. I got cute for my sister today. Okay. So let's get to it. I want to actually read her birthday post. I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I will read it. Today, I turned 25 again. Okay, the best feeling is being able to grow as you age. I literally started as a trustee, and now I'm a super mayor. Super mayor equals super plus mayor for all of those people reporting fake news. Nothing is self-proclaiming about me. I am the first. I've been me. I'm still me, and I stand on being me for 17 cities within the township of Thornton. But you missed the meeting today, okay? Just remember, let God lead you. Follow your purpose. No matter how things look, keep going, stay focused, and stay positive. I agree with that, girl. You got some tough skin. Yeah, listen, I'm learning from you. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. You need people to doubt you. It's part of God's plan. The things you go through is all a test for your testimony. Just trust the process because God isn't going to give you nothing you can't handle. Just know you were built for this. Now watch as I rise like a phoenix from the ashes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Oh, I love that song, girl. You've been watching my reels. That's my favorite song. Happy birthday, Superman. Talk your stuff. Like you said, you're going to rise like a phoenix in the sun. So I want to share one more post. This one, I'm going to let y'all see because she always sharing inspirational stuff and dropping messages. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think things starting to break up when you watch the videos as far as she's sending subliminal message. Let's listen to this. What is this? This is on Henyard page. Let's see. Let's make sure.
The biggest enemy or hater you'll have will never be a stranger. It's going to always be somebody close to you, somebody you was once cool with, somebody you consider family, somebody that might be your family, somebody that you consider a friend, a brother, a sister. The whole time they've been envious. The whole time they've been jealous. So the moment y'all fall out and things don't go the way they wanted to, here it is with the smear campaign. They know enough about you or think they know enough about you to where when they tell lies, they feel like people are believing because they can say, hey man, they used to be with such and such. That don't mean that they telling the truth. It ain't always the people on the outside that's hating on you. It's the ones close to you, the ones you least expect. Notice even for the celebrities, it's always somebody close that's giving the tabloids the information. A lot of people that you cool with right now ain't just cool with you because y'all cool. They cool with you to try to get some type of information so they can run back and try to slander your name if things don't go their way. Your closest enemy ain't always somebody from the outside. They sitting right there at the table with you.
Message. This was on Henyard page a few days ago, and I was listening, and I've been watching what's been going on, and it seems like things around her may be slipping, especially from what we saw today. One of the trustees in the Thornton meeting today, she actually apologized to the audience in the midst of all of them waiting. If y'all did see that. What hold on one second. I just had it up too. Give me 1 second. I want to say a shout out to where I was watching it at because I think they was the only one that was actually had it broadcast today. Let me get it together. I think they're a page from Chicago. Y'all know I like giving shout outs. You know, ain't no information mine, but the Thornton Township meeting was recorded live by Reality Check channel. So I did check it out, ditch. Shout out to y'all, keeping us on point, watching everything, the crowd talking shit. I'm like, yeah, let's back this live up just a little bit. So shout out to y'all. And in that particular live, it was a trustee that apologized. And it was kind of like in the notation, like, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I'm going to tell y'all for the people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm honorable. So the tables are starting to turn around her, I think. And that post right there was just a message to let y'all know that she know what's going on. And she know that somebody around her running their mouth, okay? Because it ain't no way the tabloids getting the information without somebody on her side running their mouth, allegedly. I'm just drawing context clues, but yeah. Now, since it's Tiffany Henyard's birthday, I want to do a flashback. Yes, we have to honor our super mayor, my sister. Again, my sister. We're gonna watch her inauguration that took place. Yes, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch a little 2-minute clip. You're like, why y'all playing this? Because we're gonna honor our super mayor. Let's see what was happening May 2021, which is 3 years and 1 month to the date, and we're gonna kind of see how things change or how things develop. How about that?
Didn't just shatter that ceiling. She brought it all the way down.
She was born and raised in Dolton and ran on a campaign of change. One of the top priorities, addressing crime, appointing Chief Robert Collins to the police department.
Village of Dolton to the best of my ability.
Collins resigned last year under the previous administration.
Crime has been on the rise in Dolton for a long time. I am bringing back Chief Collins, and I am charging him with bringing a comprehensive policing plan to fight crime.
Also, Dolton's Fire Chief Stephen McCain will remain in office.
I am also charging Pete with providing me with a comprehensive fire safety plan to make Dolton safe.
The 37-year-old single mom also focused on bringing jobs to the town of about 23,000 people. She plans to use federal money to give out grants to local businesses in the coming weeks.
I will create a position of economic development director and charge him or her with developing a comprehensive economic development plan for Dolton. Dolton, we need jobs.
Henyard was on the Village Board of Trustees and is familiar with a complicated legal battle with the city of Chicago. Back in 2018, Chicago sued Dolton over unpaid water bills. That lawsuit alleged that the village used money that was for water debt to buy other things.
For the $8 million debt that we owe to the city of Chicago, I want to sit down with Mayor Lightfoot to talk about that. Hopefully she'll forgive it. I could try, right?
Oh my God. Is that God? I had to just pause it right. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that right? I did not know that she was in debt with Chicago, connected to Mayor Lightfoot. Did anybody know that? Yo, I learn something every day. The plot gets thicker. Yeah, I'm going to ponder on that before I give my opinion. Ooh. That just hit me. Just know that most of the resources I put up here, I haven't looked at them totally. So it's kind of like fresh to me too. Like I do my research, I'll pull up certain things, but I'll scan them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that threw me off. Did anybody know that? Dang, that threw me off. Wow, that's making me think. Okay, let's get focused, Grace. I'm telling you something ain't right with this Lori Lightfoot thing, but I'm just going to shut up, y'all. What do y'all think about that?
Trying to better the community and usher in a new era.
I grew up with safe streets, a safe community, a safe backyard. I had no issues here in Dolton. It was a suburb, and I want to bring that feeling back to Dolton.
Now, starting on Monday, the new mayor says she plans to hold virtual meetings with community members so she can get a better idea of what everybody's expecting.
All right. So that was actually supposed to be a nice highlight of how
a firefighter paramedic jumps into action.
Stop it. That was supposed to be a nice highlight of what was going on at the inauguration, how beautiful it was. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we got a little bit more juice. So Henyard and Miss Lightfoot has some history. I knew they had something. Now, I know y'all saying it's Chicago, it ain't Lightfoot. Yeah, she said Lightfoot specifically. But I can see. All right. So 3 months ago, Mayor Tiffany Henyard of Dolton responded to a report of being arrested. Okay. So we're going to let her speak for her birthday. Speak up. You know what I'm saying? Because people already say they want her in the jail. Not my sister. Not my super mayor. Okay. Let's go. Not on her birthday. We're going to let her rock. Here we go. That was, hold on, I'm going to read y'all stuff after that. Y'all hope y'all got something to say about that Lightfoot. Every time I talk about Lightfoot, everybody get quiet. Like, you're going to say nothing. That right there, did y'all know that? Let's get started. This 2-minute clip. This is what Henyard got to say because you always know she running her mouth. So we're going to let her run her mouth on her birthday. Go, girl.
Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in. Get the light.
Come on in. It's gorgeous outside. Oh, my God.
Get the light.
It's beautiful. Come on in, guys. Come on in. So, I'm going to be really brief, but I want to come on here just to educate the public, the world, that I'm okay. Thank you guys for all your calls, all your concerns. And it saddens me because people are doing anything just to get a click, a view, get ratings, things of that nature. Anything. So I'm here to tell y'all that I'm okay. I have not been in anybody's custody. People got this little fake news out there, and I've tried to tell you guys what I've been dealing with for the last couple of months. People saying all these negative things, false allegations, and I just wanted to let you guys put your eyes on me and let you see that I am okay, and it's all false, it's all fake. And with that being said, I will be suing the individual that put that fake news out there. And that's, again, I'm going to restate why I keep telling y'all stop believing the fake news. Everything that's going on is political, as you guys can see. They drag me left or right. They blame me for everything possible. It's a three-legged dog walk across the street. Up, it's still fault. Just everything. So I just want y'all to see it for what it is. But I'm just sick and tired of the fake news. And that's all I'm trying to show the public, educate the public on fake news. Do your research before you guys start tuning into the dumb stuff. But thank you again. I love y'all, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And yeah, I even love the hateful. So thank you so much for just calling me and checking on me and making sure I'm okay. Yes, I am okay, guys. Thank you again. Share the video. Let everybody know that your super mayor is A-okay. But I will be suing the individuals putting out all this fake news for clickbait or for ratings and views. So
3 months later, nothing.
Stay tuned because Truth Speaks is coming out. Thank you.
All right, so I put that up there because it is her birthday. And before her birthday, 3 months ago, allegedly, there was rumors that she's arrested. Why is there rumors that she's arrested? Because there is the FBI investigating her. And that's not allegedly. That's some of the things we're going to get into. And we're going to read the subpoena and some of the highlights of what they're asking from her, because we're still waiting. We just want to remind Tiffany what she got to do. Okay. But we want to say happy birthday. And we want, just as Ms. Valerie said, we hope that Tiffany sees that she is blessed in her situation, that she ain't in jail, that she can take a picture with her daughter. Isn't it her 41st birthday? And all the stuff that she done did. We're going to show you some of it today, okay? So, Tiffany, I think you definitely need to get down on your knees and thank your God that you're still out right now. But as she say, this is all political. And as we put the pieces together, I don't think it's all political, but there are some political pieces in here. Okay? We're going to leave it like that. Now, this one is subpoena reveals Tiffany Henyard and her allies are FBI focused. So this is a flashback about a month ago. We're going to see who. Don't you do me like that. Stop it. Y'all know I'm my own producer. Hold on. This is brought to you by WGN News. Excuse me. I'm drinking coffee, drinking water, trying to keep myself up. I had to take a little nap. I'm an old lady. Like Tiffany, she 25. I ain't 25. Now, a subpoena reveals Tiffany Henyard and her allies are FBI focused. So let's see what she say. And that's why I think Tiffany really needs to thank God that she's home for her birthday right now. You got this on the screen? No, wait, there we go. Let's get it on the screen. Let's go down this yellow brick road of the super mayor's amazing career. Let's go.
WGN Investigates has learned a grand jury will hear testimony on Monday as part of an ongoing investigation into Tiffany Henyard's leadership in the South Suburbs.
She's the mayor of Dolton and supervisor of Thornton Township. Investigative reporter Ben Bradley has been detailing her questionable spending for many months, and he has an update.
It's rare for us to be able to give you a front row seat into an active FBI investigation, but recently obtained subpoenas show that's exactly what we've been doing. Those subpoenas reveal agents are investigating many of the same concerns over corruption and cronyism that we've been detailing in our reporting. This is what passes for public debate in Dolton. It's the result of months of frustration over Mayor Tiffany Henyard's leadership.
This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace.
We're watching the fall of this administration.
WGN Investigates has obtained or reviewed subpoenas the FBI served to Thornton Township and Dolton. They serve as a roadmap to the ongoing federal investigation. They seek payment and expense records for Tiffany Henyard, as well as her boyfriend, who runs a violence prevention program for the township. Also named Henyard's top aide, Dolton's acting police chief, along with 4 village and township trustees and 2 of Henyard's relatives who are on the government payroll.
They'll turn up more and more information. They'll turn up more leads. They may turn up more witnesses. They may find a cooperator. They may find an informant, all which will benefit the investigation tremendously.
But based on what we know now, if you're Tiffany Henyard, how are you feeling?
I would be nervous.
But there's no foundation in the state of Illinois moving like we moving and shaking groove like we doing. Right? That's right.
The FBI also demanding records from the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation after we reported at least $10,000 in taxpayer money went to it. And the group used government workers and resources for the charity's walk to Springfield. After we reported earlier this year the charity had failed to file required financial records, Henyard claimed she had nothing to do with her namesake organization.
All I can tell you is that I'm not the one on anything. That's all that I can tell you right now. So I'm just trying to answer to the.
So you're saying there's a foundation that's not registered, but it has nothing to do with you?
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
so you're not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Correct.
I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm nervous for you on your birthday. Let's just keep this going, okay? I want to be happy for her today, okay?
The FBI also demanding records related to Henyard's travel. WGN Investigates has reported she and her team frequently travel first class and have stayed at high-end hotels. The cost in the past year, more than $102,000. The FBI wants the receipts and to know the purpose.
All right, we're going to stop right here because this video is going to be on replay for us. When I go into the financial reports, I'm going to play this one more again, but I'm going to play the full 6 minutes because what we're going to do is get an FBI. Is this another? Hold on. Let me make sure this ain't the same one. This is another clip that just highlights a little bit more from another news perspective. But that one kind of going into the subpoena that we're going to go in today and financial report. So I want to save that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to say that. We're going to watch that when I do the financial report. So now FBI subpoenas America's worst mayor over financial records. And Tiffany, girl, I didn't say that. Okay. It's your birthday. I would never. Okay. Let's celebrate. Now, let's just put this up. We're going to watch a little bit of it. Let's see what News Nation Now has to say.
The FBI is continuing its investigation into an Illinois mayor who is becoming notorious for all the wrong reasons. The agency filing subpoenas to see her financial records and those of her closest allies. Dolton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard has been under intense scrutiny and ridicule over her alleged spending of taxpayer money. Those expenditures include tens of thousands of dollars worth of luxury travel to Las Vegas and Atlanta. Also pricey meals, also hair and makeup. Subpoenas were issued for her boyfriend, her top aide, the acting police chief, her charity, and those are
too much. This is not even a good report of you, girl. I'm trying to get some good stuff. We're going to listen a few more minutes to this, and we're going to get into, we want to hear something good about Henyard, okay? We trying to make this the greatest broadcast ever, okay? We're going to get into Wikipedia. Okay, after this and see what Wikipedia have to say. We're going to listen a little bit more. I think we're going to say this for when we do the financial report. But I'm just trying to have some good stuff to say about my sister. Let's go. I'm trying.
Are just a few, as you can see on your screen right there. So joining us now is investigative reporter Ben Bradley from our Chicago affiliate, WGN. Ben has been following this closely. Ben, always so great to see you. This is quite a situation, I guess is the best way to put it. Lay out the latest on this investigation by the FBI and what it could mean not only for the mayor, but also her allies, both political and personal.
Well, Nicole, it's clear from these subpoenas that we obtained that the FBI's focus is Tiffany Henyard and those who have supported her or benefited from her largesse with taxpayer dollars. What's really interesting to me is, as a reporter, we rarely have the opportunity to provide our viewers with a front row seat inside an active and ongoing FBI investigation. When I started doing these stories nearly a year ago, reporting on her first-class airfare and
this is just too spicy for me right now. Let's move on. We're trying to find something else good about Henyard. We're gonna play that on our financial report. I'm trying here, sis. I'm trying here on your birthday, okay? Happy birthday to you. I'm trolling tonight. Yes, let's go. Now, let's get on Tiffany Henyard's Wikipedia page. You know how Wikipedia always like to tell the truth. And it's so crazy because you know you can change Wikipedia. So we're going to read what Wikipedia got to say about Henyard. And I would just wonder why She didn't get on here and update this herself. Just a little bit, okay? Now, birthday girl, your legacy seems tarnished, okay? I'm really trying to have some good things to say about you, but let's see what Wikipedia has to say, okay? Tiffany Aiesha, that's the name? Aiesha, because that's Aiesha Properties. I do apologize because I know somebody named Aiesha. Aiesha Henyard is an American politician currently serving as a mayor in Dolton since 2021. As we saw the amazing inauguration, as she admit to owing Chicago some money and reaching out to Lightfoot like, yo, hit me up, girl. I know we in debt. Y'all remember that, but we're going to move forward. As Thornton Township supervisor since 2022. She previously served 2 terms. Now I want y'all to listen to because this gets into a little bit. She served 2 terms as a member of the Dolton Village Board Trustees from 2013 to 2021. Henyard won election as a trustee in 2013 and 2017 and elected as mayor as 2021. She was appointed supervisor in 22. Go girl, talking about accomplishments, okay? As mayor and supervisor, Henyard has become embroiled in scandals involving allegations of financial mismanagement, corruption, fraud, and other misconduct. She has been at odds with the majority of the Village Board of Trustees. In earlier 2024, the Illinois Attorney General office began scrutinizing Henyard's activity as mayor and her nonprofit organization. The FBI also interviewed witnesses as subpoenaed records related to Henyard's alleged corruption. Henyard is also under civil investigation by Illinois Human Rights and is a defendant in a number of lawsuits. So that went to the left. That went to the left real fast, but I will say that did clarify some things that I was asking, like who else out other than Lightfoot is investigating her. So we do know there's the FBI, Illinois Department of Human Rights as well, okay? And the Illinois Attorney General. So we got 3 right there, okay? So now we got to get up to the Senate, y'all, okay? Had the Senate change some rules about what mayors could do. You know, there was a senator that had passed that bill, which I need the whole board to sit there just like they doing with the Fannie Willis case, okay? So that did clarify for me who else was investigating this. Well, yeah, that went to the left. Let's get into early life and education and career. Henyard grew up in Dolton and graduated from Thornton Ridge High School. She received a degree in business administration at Robert University, Illinois. And one time I saw it was arts, but somewhere else said arts, but somebody else said business. This is the second time I'm seeing that. Henyard is a lifelong resident of Dolton. In 2011, Henyard got her start in government and politics by working on then Governor Pat Quinn's Put Illinois to Work incentive. Henyard regarded Dorothy Brown, the former longtime Cook County clerk, of course, to have been her mentor. So that was her. Figure out what Dorothy Brown do. I'm gonna look into her a little bit, see who her mentor is. Y'all can tell me about her if y'all know. Is she straight? Okay, so let's go into like Dolton Trustees Village. So y'all gonna tell me a little bit about Dorothy Brown. We're gonna see who her mentor is. Then we're gonna go into Dolton Village as trustee 2013 to 2021. This is her as she served. Now this talks about the block by block program, and this is going to get us into, you see how the connection is here. Henyard served as a village trustee of Dolton, having first won the election. They said that in 2013, partially at large election. Supporters dubbed Henyard the People's Trustee. She was reelected in 2017. Henyard became a sharp critic of Mayor Riley Rogers. She was one of the only 2 trustees to vote against returning Rogers' veto on the city's budget for the 2018 to 19 fiscal year, with the Board of Trustees successfully overriding the veto 4-2 vote. 10 village employees was immediately laid off from their position. In 2018, she joined several other village trustees in launching a legal challenge to block ballot measuring campaigning by Rogers from appearing on ballots. but you was doing that to billboards, allegedly. The challenge was unsuccessful. However, the separate ballot measures on whether to reduce the size of boards of trustees and whether to place term limits on board members both fell before voters. Okay, so she was trying to put limits on things, you know what I'm saying, trying to set up some regulations because she like, this mayor is rogue. Mayor Rogers rogue. So that's what she was saying. She was fighting for the people. As a trustee, Henyard started the city block by block program. So this says as a trustee, which allowed people to purchase vacant as a trustee. See, Wikipedia, you done messed up. Okay, you see Wikipedia messing up? That ain't the truth. But let's finish reading. Block by block program, which allowed people to purchase vacant houses for $5,000 in aim of allowing the city to begin again collecting tax revenues from those properties. In August 2019, CBC Chicago reported that the residents which Henyard owned as a landlord, as for which she received Section 8 housing, you're a trustee, and you get Section 8. You know what you got to take to get on Section 8? Your ass got to get on that list. Yo, she been on Section 8 for a long time, or somebody passed that down to her. Girl, she was still using that. Come here, pass that to your family. That's so greedy, girl. Section 8 subsidies had severe mold problems, also well as issues with water leak. So she was a landlord, okay? So she was a landlord who was receiving Section 8 housing subsidies. So she was receiving Section 8 as a trustee. That's what it is. Let me correct that. I was saying she was receiving Section 8, but she probably did. Well, Rusty. So, but anyway, let me correct that. She was receiving Section 8 housing subsidy as a landowner. Okay, I will correct myself. So, but these properties that she had severe mold problems, as well as issues with water leak. And I think I showed you of that young lady who had to move out in emergency in November 2019. The same channel reported that the residents' mold situation had become severe enough that it was deemed uninhabitable, and its tenants was forced to move out. But Henyard had continued to receive Section 8 housing subsidies. Yeah. FBI. You watching? Her tenant accused her of failing to redeem the mold property. To remedy the mold problem, and media scrutiny raised more concerns over prior inspection history of the property. All right, so we already see as a trustee she was having some issues, but that wasn't about a black back program, or maybe that was her little introductory to it or something. But all I know, she wasn't a good landlord at that time, and we showed that video where she was running from the news people, having the cops escort upstairs while they put the table in front of her. Y'all remember that? Okay, so let's just get into this, because this is what I wanted to talk about a little bit about her election process, because I feel a little about it. Okay, I feel a little suspect about it. Okay, so Henyard she was interested in running for mayor in early 2018. She announced her candidacy in October 2020. At the 2020 event advertised to be kicked off for her mayor campaign, Henyard gave away free gasoline. That's the picture that we showed y'all in our community page. Legal experts told CBC 2 Channel that the move was legally questionable and might be seen as vote buying. Henyard campaign denied accusation of vote buying. And this is Tony Valkos, who had been the Reagan-era U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, contributed $5,000 to Henyard campaign committee and endorsed one of the trustees' candidate that she herself had endorsed for election. During the campaign, Mayor Rogers suffered a stroke. Henyard publicly wished him well. Voodoo. Allegedly. Okay, happy birthday, Henyard. There be some weird stuff happening around you, but let's move on. Henyard ran on the Reform platform that criticized Rogers merrily. Okay. Touting herself as the change candidate, she declared that she would bring a government of love, transparency, and accountability. Well, we definitely showing love tonight. And you know, Grace Levi, love transparency. You know I'm on your side, girl. So we being transparent as possible. And the FBI, the police, and everybody else who investigating you will make sure that you fall under the accountability thing. But we're going to do the first two things. How about that? Okay. So as we move on from the voodoo, now, Henyard was elected as mayor. Okay, let's just move on right there. As mayor of Dolton in 2021, she defeated Mayor Riley Rogers in a four-way primary for the Democrat nominee. She received more than 34%. 34%. I don't know where the 80-something% came from, but this is what Wikipedia said. But, I don't know what she's talking about. Henyard got her own math in her head. She received more than 34% of the votes against Rogers. Andrew Holmes. Well, I say his name like I like him. Because I'm behaving. This is how Lashley fake it till she make it. You see what I'm saying? A village trustee and a committee activist. And Robert Shaw, a politician who was the brother of the deceased past Dolton Mayor William Shaw. She went on to defeat independent candidate Ronnie Berg in the April general election, winning, there you go, approximately 82% of the votes. This is what she say the 82% is. Let me hit this button. It probably means something. Oh, that Tiffany Henyard wins. I want to look at that. Did she say 82% here, y'all? Okay, prove us wrong, sis. She was like, I told y'all. Wikipedia said 82%. Okay. So Berg was the current police chief nearby Dixmoor, Illinois, and had formerly been Dolton Police. So I just wanted to highlight that, how she won. Okay. So we're going to clarify for my sister. Okay. Correct me. It was 82%. Who said it wasn't? Give her kudos on her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hit the like button, y'all, for Tiffany Henyard. Now, let's get into where she is currently. Federal subpoena of Thornton Township focused on Tiffany Henyard. Read in full. So we're going to start there, and then we're going to get into the subpoena. This is going to be a two-part series. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to go live all night, but then I'm going to split this into two because the second part is going to go into her businesses, just two of her business, kind of give you a heads up of what happened to Good Burger. God, she could even stole the name from damn Nickelodeon. That's the Good Burgers from Nickelodeon. You couldn't even be original about that. And Aiesha Properties. Now, I'm still doing research on Aiesha Properties, but I did get a little bit of information, okay? So, yeah, let's get this started. Do I got it on the screen? Please hit the like button. I'm going to look at the chat right now, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to try to stay focused, too, because sometimes when I'm tired, I'll be like, let me get a little focused. Valerie, I appreciate you. 10 likes, 27 views. Please hit the like button. I'm grateful for anyone who watching. I'm grateful for anyone who is expanding their horizons and want to wish Mayor Henyard a happy birthday while we troll her tonight on her birthday, especially for missing the Thornton Township meeting. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm trolling heavy. That's my sister. You've been on my mind, sister, with two of a kind. Okay, let's go. Federal subpoena of Thornton Township focused on Tiffany Henyard, the full read. So we're going to read a little bit of this, and then we're going to get into the document. I got my juice, I got my coffee, and I got my tea. I'm going to be all right. So, South Highland, Illinois, the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of Illinois issued subpoena in late April for a variety of Thornton Township documents, most of which are concerning the business, ally, and decisions of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. So this was about Thornton Township. The subpoena, which was signed April 25th, 2024, compels the Thornton Township custodian of records to appear to the United States Court in Chicago on May 20th to appear before the grand jury. It's unclear who Thornton Township will send as its custodian of records. You know, that day we went live, right? We went into a little bit just waiting, anticipating. Hopefully we had something, and it was nothing. She asked for more time. Right. She had a whole month. They ain't gonna never get these documents, allegedly. Okay, unless people hack it and give it to them. This lady ain't got her stuff together. You know she ain't got no records together. They probably burnt, shredded, and everything, allegedly. Okay? The document requires to be supplied to the grand jury, including the following as per the subpoena: employment details, contracts, tax statements regarding Rose Henyard, Tamika Henyard, and Kamal Woods. Those are the two family members. Isn't it sad when you have somebody in position in your family and you think you're about to do well and they pull you in a federal investigation? That has to be nerve-wracking. And I know y'all ain't pulling in the cash like her, so y'all is nervous. She can't even keep a lawyer, allegedly. Municipal codes or ordinance related to credit card purchases, vendor approvals, expense reimbursement, security details, use of vehicles, they want all the logs. Residency requirements, donations, and more. Financial reports, budgets, accounting records, receipts, board meeting minutes. And I do want to see some board meeting real minutes. It ain't on that website. That's just the outline. I be wanting to see the whole thing that the clerk put together. And I want to see that, y'all. Y'all need to talk to them about that. Well, Dolton. I don't know if Thornton Township is up there, but Dolton ain't got their full minutes up there. I don't like that. So anyway, documents and records regarding the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, payment and reimbursement records for Tiffany Henyard, Keith Freeman, Government Staff Advisory, Fania Dukes, Carlise, Gerald Jones, Stan Brown, Kamal Woods, Cheryl Sharans. I'm sorry. Y'all saw I stopped at Fania Dukes. I feel some type of way. I can't feel some type of way, but I can feel some type of way. I will address this because one of my audience members was like, people acting like they didn't see Fania Duke's name in it. Now, I don't know if Fania actually benefited from anything. But I will say Fania said that she did look at Miss Henyard as a mentor, as a woman that had a plan to do something good, you know, and at the end of the day, I don't know how far she went into it, but went into the dealings. But we have to be transparent here. I'm going to say that's one side of the situation. And the other side of the situation of the accusation against Andrew is totally different. You know, and my heart goes to Fania for that. I cannot be biased and say if Fania didn't have nothing to do with it, no. And that's probably why some content creators are kind of like stated straight from me, because I'm really like, I'm going to call a cat, a dog. Yeah, I think y'all watching it. But I love everybody, and y'all see I support everyone. I have everyone notifications on. I hit that like on their channel, everything. But what I will say, I'm going to keep it real. If Fania Dukes have something to do with this, baby girl, you better turn state. I need to tell you, state. That's all I can say is state. And I'm going to leave it like that, okay? I love you, girl, Fania Dukes. We're going to just get back to our trolling Miss Henyard. I know my audience like, I knew she was going to say so. I can't hold my mouth. But I was like, oh, damn, not Fania. But let's see. Because if I was in Fania's shoes, I'll be state. I need to tell you, state. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I would have been up there sounding like Woody. Not Woody on the stand at YSL trial. I do apologize. I'll be like Woody at that investigation. Like, let me tell you, can I work something out with you? Y'all, if y'all watched that Woody when he was snitching, he was trying to work out a deal. Anyway, let's move forward. I kind of dragged it along, but I love you, Fania. That right there, I done lost track of where I was reading. Then I messed up my vision. Okay, now records related to bids, contracts, invoice for a variety of printing companies, including Aldaco printing and on-demand printing. This include invoice number. They got an invoice number. I wonder what's going on with that. That's the billboards that they probably complaining about. As they saying, girl, that you was advertising. You wasn't advertising. You was showing the services. I don't know why y'all coming after my girl just because she put her big old head and big old face and said, I'm the mayor. I'm the supervisor. Come get your resources. Don't be hating on the sister because she want to be in the limelight. God, y'all can't let nobody have no fun. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, communication records for Tiffany Henyard, Keith Friedman, Robert Hunt, and Kamal Woods. And guess what? Y'all don't have to give them none of that, because when I be watching these Law and Order video movies, or not even just the fake ones, the real court ones, they be subpoenaed, just like in the Fannie Willis one. That's how they connected Fannie Willis to her boyfriend. They put the phone records together, where he was at, where she was at, how long they was on the phone. Now, they wasn't able to subpoena the actual what they was saying, but hey, it's the FBI here. It's a little different from it actually being Miss Ashley Merchant, because Ashley Merchant had did her investigation and got that from her little resources. If y'all watching what's going on in Atlanta. See, so where there's a will, there's a way, baby girl. Baby girl. All right, so towards the end, records, agreements, tax statement, invoices, receipts, pretty much the same thing. So now, since we read that, and we're kind of getting up to par to what's going on, that's why our beautiful Tiffany Henyard, you know what I'm saying? She got a little oval to the eyes right here. I told y'all, pay attention. You see how she got a little oval to the eyes, and it's not like straight, and she not like she looking up. I told y'all I can show y'all the difference. Look at that. She don't look like you're messing with the 8-ball. I'm just playing. Ooh, happy birthday to you. All right, let's move on. Yeah, I'm definitely in troll mode today. You know why? Because here you're going to have to repent. You're going to have to repent. You're going to have to do right by us. Until you do right by us, Dolton, and me being an internet resident of Dolton, I'm going to troll you. Let's go. So we're going to get into the actual United States District Court of Northern District of Illinois subpoena to testify before the grand jury. So this is the subpoena. Now, the reason why I'm going over the subpoena, I follow people, but I don't know if everybody went into the details of the subpoena. But some of the details of the subpoena is what I'm going to look for. That's how I knew what's the name of her business and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have nobody working with me. I'm just working by myself. So whatever I find, I'm like, ooh, let me try that. So here in this actual document, if y'all can see it, we're going to go through it. The full 11-page document is not too much to it, but there are some names and there are some things that they asking for. So produce certification copies of the following records in your possession, custody or in control. This is to you, Miss Henyard. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Y'all would say happy birthday. Okay, I'm going a little far with this, but y'all better sing with me. Y'all know she's celebrating tonight. So this is a certified copy of all the records in your possession, custody or control pertaining to the following individuals, whether held jointly or severally, or the trustees or fiduciary, as well as custodian, executor, or guardian, as well as any other entity in which these individuals may have the financial interest. So anybody who could produce this information, they want it, not just Henyard. Anybody all around and they got some type of interest in this. Rosie Henyard, who is that? You think that's her mama? We're going to do some more research. We're naming names tonight. We're giving you a little pass because we ain't going to show no faces. Somebody. Rosie Henyard, Tamika Henyard, Kamal Woods, immediate family members, and boyfriend. To include all of the following background record, including applications for employment, because y'all work for her, right? Employment, personal file, credit checks, or background investigations for all above named individuals, okay? Because you had to do a background check, especially on Mr. Kamal Woods. You know what I'm saying? Throwing up all them shines. Let me stop playing. Y'all know I ain't throwing nothing up, but you know what he be throwing them hieroglyphics. Okay, all employment or payroll records to include records, disclosure of the date of employment, wages, commission paid, direct deposit, electric form, ACH authorization form, checks front and back, used for the payments of the above name. Records of time and attendance for the above named individuals or entity, disciplinary files for all of the above names or entities, records of work performed, including the designated position, title, responsibility, contract modification, and dates of employment. This is a lot. Wage and tax statements showing the above named individual annual wages, employment withholding allowance certificate. They want to know you paying taxes on this too. Ooh, did somebody say the IRS? Did somebody say, someone please call 911? You see how they just kind of like with that, you know, y'all can tell on people with the IRS, right? You know, you can call the IRS and report fraud of a business name. Hint. Anybody? Anonymous? Did I say that? Anyway, U.S. information return 1099 series. So anybody working as a 1099, if they are 1099, show fees, commission, and other payments, including above names. So that's if one of these people are contractors. Request for taxpayers' identification number. So they want all of that. Records showing the method of payment for any of all the reimbursement of expenses, including receipts, documents, itemization expenses. Whew. Tiffany, you got a lot of work to do. You better not be partying tonight, because I don't know how long they're going to be waiting for all of this. But you know we're going to be on the sideline waiting, because you know, we just put your name in the title. We go viral. Right. You know, you're my sister. So that's what they're looking for from those individuals. Let's move a little bit forward. Now, for time period January 1st to 2021 through the present, let's go. All municipal code and ordinance applicable during the given time period. They want the codes. They want to know, what are you supposed to follow? You probably don't know where none of these damn documents is at. But let me remind you what you got to get. You know how Mr. Friedman said they ain't had no book with rules and regulation? Well, this is what they're looking for. So you better find the book, y'all. Okay? Dust it off. Get it out of the attic. So they want all the codes. Now these are codes and ordinance related to these items that I'm about to say. Credit card purchase, vendor's approval, procurement, employment contract termination, per diem, expense reimbursement, outside employment to include any specific registration for police department, loan insurance, working schedule, job description. They want the code and regulations to this so they can start to depict it against allegedly what she gonna give them. Employment and contract travel. What's the codes for that? Security detail. What's the codes for that? Because she was like, it's in the budget. They want to see it. The use of the vehicles. Resident requirements for employment contracts and donation, all annual and quarter financial reports, all budgets created for the entities, accounting records for all revenue, all revenue, expensive assets, liability, equities related to the entirety for the entity. They want everything. The things that you don't have, they asking for it. You want to go to Guantanamo Bay, they're going to bring you out here. They like bumping. Let's bring Henyard down to Fulton County Jail. We better bring her down. Tell her, come on down here. They're going to take you to Guantanamo. You better bring this. They asking for some deep stuff here, sister. This should include all the user data access logins created within any account software used, all applications, payments, receipts, contracts, agreements related to loan procurements. And it's crazy because the trustees just got their self on there as a check and balance system like the other meeting. So y'all ain't gonna have nothing to do with this when they look at that. So if she signed off on some loans, so I'm like, yeah, we got loans coming. Trustees, you're in the clear. All records of payment and employees, and including payroll, distribution, reimbursement, direct deposit. Okay. And they're asking for the employee handbook, something simple. All records of outside employment and employee contracts. Okay. Now, for all board meetings, they are asking, please provide the following. Okay. Meeting agendas, meeting minutes. I want the minutes, girl, too. I want to read it. I don't want the agenda. Warrant lists presented. Any notes or an approval denial documents related to the warrant list. Board books. All documents related to vehicle purchases and lease. Now, I didn't go into the enterprise agreement because they presented something. I think when we do the financial series, we won't go into the enterprise and how it had me kind of questioning. I was like, damn, this is a lot. Because leasing is always more than buying. And then you have to maintain it. Just know that. And they decided to lease. Okay. So they asking for information about that because they may want to count how many cars actually is being used for police purposes and for the municipality. You think that's what they looking for, y'all? I think that's what they're looking for. I haven't looked at the comments in so long. Let's get to it. My butt been over here just talking. She said, we're not feeling the celebration. Valerie, girl, I'm surprised at you. We love Henyard, but we praying for. We trolling. So that's her cousin and her sister-in-law, the two individuals that we were talking about. Okay. Somebody else going to jail. You're going to jail. Okay, now, if I were her, when I went to jail, look what she said. If I was her, when I went to jail, I'll be looking at everyone around me. Why didn't you say something? She wasn't listening. Valerie, what I tell you, her head was like this at the meeting. So what you're saying is that you don't like my idea. She ain't going to hear nothing nobody is saying. And someone said, I really had hope for her. And I think Fania Dukes had hope for her too. You know what I'm saying? I think a few people did because on the surface, it seemed like she had some good ideas. She literally wanted to fix some infrastructure. Y'all had issues with the water main pipes busting. She hired that young, smart man. What's his name? Oh, I'm so bad with names. We just did a whole lot on him from the water and parts department. He's such an amazing person. She had him up there, so we had hope for her too. And then he realized who she was. Okay, let's not let Grace bring all this information and not support her. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Please hit the like button. The reason why I'm going in today is because I'm gonna have a few days off, so I won't be live in the studio. I'll probably pop in on my phone. And then at the end of next week, I'm going to be back with some hot stuff. So for right now, enjoy what I got to share with you. We're going to keep on bringing you the facts. And today is the best day to say happy birthday to you. I sing it like that because Henyard to me is a Jezebel spirit. Okay? She understands that language, y'all. So let's get to it. Now, the following request is for specific are specific to identify individual entities for January 1st of 2021 through present. Any records of municipality records being used on the behalf of one, political entities included but not limited to Friends of Tiffany Henyard. That is something we're going to be looking into coming up. Tiffany and Henyard Cares Foundation. A lot of people have already depicted that. So I don't have nothing to do with that. They want records about that. We're going to get into Friends of Tiffany Henyard. Not tonight, but we're going to. All records maintain control or in possession of the township regarding Tiffany Cares Foundation. Tiffany A. Henyard Cares Foundation. Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Let me see. Did they change the name or something? Spelled it different? They said it twice. Okay. This should include all the records related to September 2012 contribution of $10,000 from Dolton Township. Go y'all. Go y'all. They doing a good job. Everything that the content creators been talking about and the news been following, they put in this daggone subpoena. Let's go. That's why we keep on uncovering more stuff. They're going to add more stuff to this. And then now they want to see all the employee and contract records for Keith Freeman LLC, Government Staffing Advisory LLC, Kamal Woods, Cheryl Sharanz. I'm saying it wrong. Sharanz. I do apologize. Correct me, y'all. Yeah, these entities. Which entity did Mr. Freeman go bankrupt on? Was it all of them? Or was it just his personal fund or his business? Which one was it, y'all? Because when you go bankruptcy, you can go bankruptcy related to your business or your personal or both. He got a few businesses here. We're going to get into these. We're going to figure out what these things is in the future. So they also want to know all payment distribution information included, but not limited to expenses, reimbursement, credit card expenditures, per diem, expense records related to Keith Freeman LLC, Government Staff Advisory, Tiffany Henyard. I'm going to skip over that name because I'm going to be biased. Carmen, Carles, Gerald Jones, Stan Brown. Stan, did we answer your question? Did we answer your question, sir? You were asking like, excuse me, let me just ask you a question. Are they investigating just the mayor? Or are they investigating who? They investigating your ass too. Stan Brown. Okay, that cleared it up for you, baby. It's right here in the paperwork. Kamal Woods, your name is famous right now, okay? And Cheryl, I'm gonna call her Cheryl because I keep messing up her name. Please provide the records listed below of these entities. Okay, so these are some entities that they're starting to look into, and then we know that is another lawsuit that came for wrongful termination. But we also know that they are looking into her unlawful bidding contracts right now. And that's what we're going to get into as well. I think I got a little something about that because it's her birthday. You had to have something new on your birthday, girl. You'll never surprise us. So these are some of the contractors I believe they want to look into. Jose Aldaco painting. Okay, on demand painting, Jose Aldaco painting. So these are the different names. What is the different address? It seems like they have them in different names. Like, so they say either or because it says Jose Aldaco painting and graphics. So they be creating other LLCs, making it a little different, right? So they can hide stuff, right? They try to learn from the elites, but baby, you ain't doing the rap. So all records related to Jose, so we know who they're looking for. Okay, so records related to Paul Graver. Who is that? First Government Leasing. They want records from Paul Graver. These names we're going to be looking up, y'all. Yup. My trolling ass. We're going to have content for days because you got too much going on, girl. Jeez. All right, let's get to it. They want more contract agreements. Okay, so I just think right now when we say this name, he needs to really think about his position. Delgado Law Group. They want your information. They want engagement letters, invoice, description of work, payment related to the following entities: Delgado Law Group, any other law firm's attorney paid by the township, Jerome Geneva, Newsmaker Inc. and Skytra Mullen Group. Okay, so Delgado, who represents her, y'all? Because they were like, it's Delgado. She even said like, no, Delgado. I thought he dumped her ass, and if you don't know to dump her now, Delgado, you stupid. I'm just gonna say you stupid because I already read when you had took Pablo's license away. You and the other lawyer actually set it up, and both of y'all were biased. Both of y'all had connections with Henyard, and you was just doing something unlawful already, Delgado. I'm just giving you a warning. You know, I like lawyers. I like good lawyers like Steele. Y'all know I love Steele. And also, I'm going to say her name again, Ashley Merchant. If you're honorable, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Delgado, get it together, yo. Get it together. You was extracting money from the township, controlling what goes on, keeping things contentious, knowing that you could have been more of a mediator for them because you knew the law and you knew the objectives of Henyard versus the trustees. You supposed to be non-biased. You supposed to just do your job and put the law out there and let them both know the position and what would be more beneficial. But you chose to seem to play one side, and I think you was running Thornton for a while. Okay, so they want internal, external electronic communication between Tiffany, Keith Freeman, Robert Hunt, and Kamel Woods, in which you know they can get that themselves. So we're getting down to page 11. Pretty much the same thing, and this is what's going to lead us on into our part 2, because we're going to get into some of her businesses, because we got a little clip, a flashback from what we saw earlier today, how our super mayor says she is a super entrepreneur. Okay, we're going to play that from her words. But what they highlighted that it helped me figure out what type of organization she had was these names of these organizations that they're looking for. So produce certified copies of the following records in your possession or custody or control. Again, Tiffany Henyard. Anything that got your damn name on it, they want it. Birth certificate, everything. Good Burger Inc. We got an update on what happened with Good Burger. Now that was an easy research for me. Okay, I keep about to say Aiesha, but it's Aiesha. But I could call Aiesha because I know somebody named Aiesha. She Muslim, and this is how she spelled her name. So Aiesha Properties Inc. Friends of Tiffany Henyard and Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. So we're going to do 2 tonight. We're going to get into Good Burger Inc. And I just keep about to say Aiesha. Hey, that's my daughter. She just loud. She better not be arguing with Isaiah. Because I'm on live. I hear her and the door closed. Girl, pray for me. Girl, I came home from college. That's my trouble child. Whew. Anyway, back to the Capitol. I'm sorry, I had a little family thing. Oh, you heard her rah, in the back and the damn door closed. Like, what the hell? Oh, when she start yelling, it'd be trouble. Anyway, so we're gonna get into Tiffany Henyard we're gonna get into Tiffany Henyard's Good Burger and Aiesha Property. Okay, now. I'm glad that you guys are with me. We're hour into the broadcast. This is our official. I guess they're gonna happy birthday to Super Mayor. And y'all see, I ain't put that ugly picture of my boo up there. Okay, you see her eyes with the oval, looking like she clear eyes. Now y'all gonna watch some videos. I keep bringing it up. Something ain't right. So what we're gonna do is pull up this clip from earlier live where she talked about who she is and what she do. Let's just remember, because we're going to let our mayor speak up for herself. This is her birthday. She about to tell y'all what she working with.
I wrote up no cash fees, which is county does scavengership. And what that entails is we could have went and got these properties for free by just going to the scavenger center and get a no cash fee. That would have gave us the opportunity to take all of the properties and put it under the village. Now we would have an inventory of property to give to the people. I keep asking me how to do. I keep telling y'all my vision, what I would like to do, and I would like my board, and I like when I say my good board of trustees to buy into the vision that I do have for the village of Dalton. But I cannot do it alone. I need your guys' help. I said that several times, but that's why I keep putting it up on the agenda. If I could do this alone, it would have been done a long time ago. But right now, I need board approval to go after the vacant properties and actually put them on the tax. So again, I'm asking the board of trustees, let's start somewhere. Let's initiate this program at least. And if you guys have another plan or come up with another concept, we can always add on. But you can at least start this program, could have started with 5 hours. Anything, just to see if it works. But you guys don't even want to start. I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm always a doer. I'll go and do the things that people wouldn't do for me. And that's what makes.
Okay, did y'all hear that? I'm an entrepreneur. I do what people don't do. Let's play it one more time for her birthday, y'all.
Anything, just to see if it works. But you guys don't even want to start. I'm an entrepreneur by trade. I'm always a doer. I go and do the things that people wouldn't do for me. And that's what makes me great. So I'm not realizing we just try.
Just try.
And see if it will go through.
All right, let's just stop here. That's what makes her great. So let's see what makes Henyard great. Let's see how her business deals with, I gotta put the little cross out on real quick. If I can cross my eye, I used to do it good when I was a little girl. I don't want to get stuck right now. So what we're gonna get into right now is Illinois leaks. This was June 18th. What? Okay, no, this updated June 8th. I'm about to say, what? No, that ain't nothing but the devil. How you going to have it today? And I'm going live today. No, this was actually November 3rd, 2022. I ain't no fool. I'll be like, dang, y'all just planted that resource for me? My ass would be on the conspiracy. Like, how'd I get there? Okay. Now, let's get into a little bit of what happened with Good Burger. Now, I thought Nickelodeon had trademarked Good Burger. This kind of looked like Good Burger. I don't want a Good Burger. You want your Good Burger. This shit still ain't shit. Oops, I almost made it. Mediators, if I curse this, put the red thing, like, okay? Because sometimes I just get loose, but then sometimes I'll be really, but I'm never like that in my professional life. I do. I get into the break room. I be like, yo, to the person I like, yo, these motherfuckers is tripping. They be like, Lash, I be like, yo, this don't make no motherfucking sense, right? They be like, nope, it don't make no sense. I'm trying to keep my composure. So, okay, y'all, if I curse, just put the okay, y'all? I don't want to do it. I don't want to offend my older women tonight on Henyard's birthday. My sister. Let's read it. Tiffany Henyard. Do we got it on the screen? Okay. Talking so much stuff here. Tiffany Henyard, Good Burger, behind on rent again. Contract in jeopardy. Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton and Thornton Township supervisor, is also owner of Good Burger. Good Burger has a contract with the South Suburban College to provide food and things to their student and staff. We previously wrote about Good Burger and Henyard's failure to pay rent to the college for months on end, and how the college waived most of the back rent but forced her to make good on the bounced checks. Dun, 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 dun. We also wrote about the company's failing to remain in good standing with the Secretary of State, and that the college was threatening to cancel her contract for unsanitary conditions. Unsanitary, I do apologize, conditions. So we got some issues here, baby. Let's read this a little bit. Because first and foremost, you got an opportunity to be in the college. Who gets that opportunity? This is already a place that's set up, that probably the kitchen area, everything. And they probably have everything nice and clean and updated in the college at least. How is your part? How your part unsanitary? In the college? You done messed up a good contract, girl. This is your legacy? We gonna hope it get better. Let's keep on. They even waive some fees because I think in her mind, she ain't got to do nothing. She the mayor. So y'all shouldn't even be charging her because she's giving you business by having her business in your college. Okay? I know how my girl think. What are y'all doing? Same time. I mean, put my name on it. Put your name on it, and it's about to blow up. Okay? We also wrote about the company failing to remain in good standards, as we know. Didn't file your paperwork. Pretty easy, yearly, maybe a $50 fee, $100 fee to make sure your paperwork is good. It's not that hard. Now we find that South Suburban College has sent her numerous demands to pay on those bounce checks, baby. You can get paid a lot of money. That's when you mismanage money. When you get paid a lot of money, you can't even pay your bills, your immediate bills. The late rent owed the college. The late rent owed the college, and also has informed her that her contract expires November 21st, 2022. As for the FOIA request respond on October 8th, 2002, Henyard and Good Burger has yet to pay the August and September rent of $416 for each month. God, this broad. I wish I had oh my God. Do y'all see how trifling she is? That's trifling, Henyard. That's just trifling. I don't mean to be like that on your birthday. But baby, $416. I wish I could do that. I wish I could rent that. That's nothing. Now that's nothing, y'all. And from all appearance, it has not been paid the required commission up to date since the letter indicated the college needs to determine the remaining commission due. So this is the letter. What is this? This is that's all missing. I can't believe her. She just ridiculous. What is this? Y'all can see this. What's wrong with her? Damn, you got opportunities, girl. You are the chosen one. You freaking up. She's talking about, I'm the chosen one. You've been blessed. And you tore up every which way. So this is Tiffany. Here is the invoice for August that was mailed and noted that we need to assess the commission for 2022 before the end of the contract. Dear Ms. Henyard, please see the following invoice detail pertaining to Good Burger Return Campus. Only $416. You stupid, Henyard. As you know, per the contract, Good Burger shall pay the college 16% profit on all the vending sales and 3% on all the dining sales. We need to determine the remaining commission for 2020 prior to the contract ending date of November 2021. SSC reserved the right to audit Good Burger's financial statements. That's what you signed, girl. So you pay this low rent and you give them 16%. You supposed to give them 16%. Of all vending and 3% of profit on all dining. That's how she got it at that low. And girl, she wasn't good at record keeping. Y'all gonna be biting y'all fingers waiting for that. So here you go, another letter, October 11, 2022. Please see attached invoice for the September rent. Again, here it goes. I have attached the outstanding invoice for August. We will send it via certified mail today. As you know, we need to determine the commission. Keep saying, come on, baby. Please let us know if we can meet in person or in the Zoom. Again, she ain't responding. That's all these letters is them you keep asking her for $416. You trifling. Just trifling on your birthday, Henyard. Look at that. Great businesswoman, because I'm a businesswoman. See how I do. Okay, so where are we now? The next day, it was also broadcast about Good Burger. Is this it? Involuntary dissolved. Yeah. It was involuntary dissolved because you ain't filed your paperwork. Ridiculousness. How you the mayor? You don't even know how to keep your stuff together, allegedly. So Tiffany Henyard Good Burger involuntary dissolved by the Secretary of State. Tiffany Henyard Good Burger should be immediately be removed from the campus of South Suburban College as they are no longer authorized to conduct business in the state of Illinois. The Secretary of State Corporation search indicates Good Burger was involuntary dissolved October 14th, 2022. Good Burger currently has a contract for food services with South Suburban College, which expires in a couple of weeks, but the SSC should wait no longer to remove it from its campus. There were already complaints of unsanitary conditions and bounced rent checks for $461, 33 months of late rent. 33 months. You see, I was about to say something bad. Girl, get it together. Not being in good standing with the SOS. Now Henyard can't seem to accomplish the simple task of keeping her company registered to conduct business as indicated by the involuntary dissolvement. So here we go. Y'all see it? Hold on, let me see. I got it. Let me put it big. What's wrong with her? This is all you got to do is just something simple. You have an opportunity, yo. People died to be in your shoes. And you tearing it up, girl. I'm a little upset with Tiffany Henyard. There we go. Y'all want the proof? Here she go. Here she go with her nonsense. So one business down the hole. Okay. Yep. Moving on. So Aiesha Property, because I was about to say Aiesha. I had to call my girl. Aiesha Properties. So I was just trying to do a little research. I got to do more research on it. So I'm not registered with the Duns and Brad But this did come up under the Duns and Brad, a little bit of information. If y'all know what that is, that's what commercial entities use as their credit report. We use a regular basic credit report. They use a Dun and Brad number. It's like a social security number for businesses. So here is Aiesha Property Inc. A little bit of information. Tiffany Henyard, key principal. So we are at the right place. So industry, office of real estate agent and brokers, real estate, rental and leasing. That's what you fall under. So this is the address. I pulled up the address. I was like, where is that? I think I had pulled it up. And it looked like we want to show you where it's at too. I was like, girl, you ain't even got a damn office. That's one address. You see that address? Is 14409 Dubson Avenue. That's the address that came up here. But then when I went on another website, it's another address. So we're gonna see both. Where is they houses or what? One of them is a house. Now, oh, it is the same address on the other one. So this is the right address. This is the other place, real estate. What is the name of this website? Manta.com. And here they have real estate listing. I guess that's for out there in Illinois area. Y'all know I'll be following the resources. So here is her businesses. Her business right here. Y'all can see it on the screen. We got it up there. So there's a little bit about her business. We're going to go to this. We're going to go in. Listen, it's public information. It's unclaimed, baby. You better claim your stuff, girl. They got pages set up for you already. That's her phone number, y'all. I ain't ousting somebody. That was just there. So but this the address. We're going to look at that. So the category under real estate, residential real estate agent, our records show that it was established in 2007 and incorporated in Illinois. Currently estimated show that this company has an annual revenue of $239,184. Is that $239,184? An employee, a staff of approximately 4. You made $239,000. You know them people were saying you was getting them properties, and who was they said that was your cousin? That was your cousin, her auntie. Okay, that's probably part of your workers, and you know you got Freeman under there and your boyfriend. So this is the location. This is the NAC code. So obviously, you know they got a NAC code because they try to set up for government contracts. If y'all don't know what NAC code is for, that's what it is. The contact is Tiffany Henyard. So this is the NAC code, Office of Real Estate. Okay. And this is the SIC code, real estate agent, because they can try to set up those are used when you try to set up contracts under SAN.gov. Okay, so we did get the address. We're going to check out where her office is at for this location. I don't think it's dissolved yet, y'all. So let's check out her office. Tiffany, you know we're trying to highlight the best of you, girl, on your birthday. Got Wikipedia saying all that crazy stuff. What's wrong with them? Fucking up the church's money. Fucking up the church's money on your birthday. All right, so this is the computer view of the address, and we're gonna go into the live view. Okay, I just want to see if it's an actual office or is it a business or is it a house? Yeah. So whoever house this is, you better run for it, run for it, run. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't let the FBI come and run down on you. Okay, this looks like a residence. So this is 14409 Dobson Avenue, and that is not doxing her. This public information, y'all. We just doing the research ourselves. That look like a real estate place. That look like a house to me. Whoever live there, y'all better not be living there when the feds say we about to run down on everything at the same time because y'all ain't burning no paper. They about to puff daddy that is. Okay. It says when you own $7 million, $1 is a lot. It says when you owe $7 million, $1 is a lot. She don't think she owe that. She don't owe that. Dolton owe that. Okay. If she wasn't so nasty, I would almost feel sorry for her. I'm sorry, baby. I can't. I know. That's why I said, look, let's just troll her on her birthday. Happy birthday. You're too cocky. Take a whole glass and shut up. But you won't. Tiffany is wearing that $416 on her face. Well, yes, she is on her face. It says, so how is she an entrepreneur? Don't make me talk bad about my girl. I'm just highlighting her track record for you. You heard what she said. Okay. How? I don't know. Okay. Waiting for YouTube trial. What's that? What you mean? You want what we talking about? Oh, when she go on trial? When she be live? Like the YSL trial? Ooh, baby, what a distraction would that be? You know I'm gonna watch every minute of it. As soon as I get off of this, I'm watching Woody and acting like a fool, like, oh my God. They just keeping my mind. But I can still look at other stuff. Now, let's get a few more of these comments up here as we move forward. And a few more articles that we're going to highlight, and then we're going to start coming to an end because, I want her to enjoy her birthday. I'm going to go 2 hours on her. I ain't going to do too bad. And it says, because her Dolton won't owe her if she wasn't spending the way she was. So basically, because of her, Dolton went owe that $7 million. You already know. Please hit the like button. We got 41 people in the building. Thank you so much. We're breaking through the algorithm. Pop, lock, and rocking. Y'all know I'm performing for y'all. Woo! I got my Tiffany Henyard cute shirt on. What y'all think? Hit the like button. I wore it specifically for her birthday because I wanted to be cute with my sister. You know how she be wearing all this stuff. Okay. And I held back my curse words. How I'm doing. All right, let's get that property off of the screen. I'm just saying, when they do the full raid to all the places, you better not be at that house. Okay, cousins? All right, so let's hope feds can quickly untangle Dolton web of alleged shady deals. Right before her birthday, Chicago Sun wanted to go talk about her because, she's just special. No, Tiffany did nothing. Nothing. We just picking with her. Okay, let's hope feds can quickly untangle Dolton web of alleged shady deals. Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard gives $200,000 in no bid contract work to a firm whose owner pled guilty to bribery connected to property tax avoidance. It's just the latest eyebrow-raising deal in the ongoing saga of Dolton leadership mess. Yeah, happy birthday. They gave you a birthday gift. You got another one and another one. What? I will feel sorry for her, but I can't. Okay, it's getting to the point where folks in Dolton are going to need a Venn diagram to keep track of a triangle of relationships and alleged corruption connected to the village self-declared super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the latest. Henyard was the driving force behind some $200,000 in no bid, no contract residential construction work given to suburban contract construction firm that's been linked to property tax avoidance, scheming, and bribery, according to the reports by Cassie Toner of the Illinois Answer Project, also published by the Sunday Sun's Time. Now, no bid contract. Two of the things we want to highlight. Again, in her block to block, that was one of her stipulations. FBI, so she can't say she didn't. That was her FBI, that was her stipulations that vendors had to pick contractors off of her list. I told y'all that was illegal. I said, no. Okay. Then you want to have contractors that don't got their shit together. That's already known or connected to fraud, tax avoidance scheme, bribery. Yeah, these are the people that you're about to force investors to deal with, allegedly. Okay, so the firm OAKK Construction Co. is owned by Alex Notchoff, who is awaiting sentence after pleading guilty in the federal court of bribing a Cook County Assessor's Office employee to get property tax breaks. The Notch-Off family previously owned a restaurant in Dolton, and the family businesses have given Henyard political campaign thousands of dollars to play for pay. Who been saying that? Play for pay. That's the play for pay, y'all. Now, this is the time to have that. Okay? And play for pay. So the contribution of $5,000 to Henyard in 2020 came just days after OAKK billed Dolton for $205,000 in a no bid, no contract construction work at dozens of homes. He's like, all right. Oh my God. She did all that just to get $5,000 back. That's how she get money back. She get on contracts and she get a little bit of money. Now y'all see how to play for play work? For $5,000, girl, you should have took 30, 50. If you gonna fuck up your life, you better go in for the kill. I'm just saying, I don't promote stealing, but damn, you stupid. I would have been like, boy, you better give me $35,000. We're gonna be going to jail soon. Shit. What's wrong with you? She cheap. She cheap. I was about to call it something else, but I had to stop because we're not cursing tonight. She a little cheap. Garden hose. How about that? So OAKK then sent letters to homeowners threatening them with liens against their property when the village board, which hadn't authorized OAKK to do the work, blank at paying the bills. So wait a minute. This get corrupted. Did you hear what he said? Now, remember we explained how liens get on properties, on titles. We have construction company, mechanical. They be like, if you owe me, I'm going to put a lien. So when you sell this property, I'm going to get my money. But wait, Henyard gave him $205,000 for a no contract bid to do dozens of homes. What was he billing the people for? And why was he putting liens against their property? Oh, we're going to have to dig into this a little bit more. Yo, he was double dipping. He got his little money on the front end and he was charging them. And here you only got $5,000. Girl, you a cheap garden hose. Not for the feds. So the homeowners apparently knew nothing about the arrangement, prompting one homeowner to write an email to the village official. I am really confused right now. Yes, it is. And unfortunately, it's a kind of fiscal cherrying that seems part from the course from Henyard's administration. Hold up. The mayor, who is also Thornton Township supervisor, and some of her associates are among the dozens of businesses, government workers, and political leaders named in the federal subpoena issued last month when FBI raided Dolton Village Hall seeking city records. So they did do it once. They got some records, but I think they need to go to some people's houses. They probably got tunnels. You know what I'm saying? A rich and elite up there doing something. Let's just say former Chicago Mayor Lightfoot is also looking into Henyard spending of village money at the best of board trustees who hired Lightfoot back in April. Okay, so there's a garden knot of allegation shady dealings to look into here. Henyard, this is how you're going to spend your birthday. Henyard using township funds to start a cancer foundation that's now under investigation by Illinois Attorney General. The village administrator indicated for allegedly hiding income and assets in a bankruptcy filing. Friedman, they just calling y'all out. Who was getting paid as Henyard Township advisor and by other villages beside Dolton. Henyard's boyfriend, who was paid in excess of $100,000 by the township, according to a divorce record. Yeah. Oh, you done told on yourself, sir. Yeah, that was what actually Nathan Wade didn't do. His ass like, I ain't making no money. That girl ain't give me no money. You told on your girl. You told on your girl. Come on. I guess that's why people say you're a little bit slow on the cheese bus. You told on her by mistake. Okay? He was like, I'm divorcing her, and I'm going to put in there that my woman gave me money. My new woman. Baby, the feds is looking at that. That's not all. But the point about Venn diagram or following chart is clear. Federal investigations can take months, if not years. We hope that's not the case with Dolton. Any investigation of all the investigations against Henyard and others has to be thorough, fair, and swift as possible. So, happy birthday, Henyard. Here you go. And that was so funny. We were talking about, like, I was like, dang, that ain't right. How's she gonna be forcing people to do that? She can't force people to use contractors, and they crooked ass contractors, excuse my language. I was almost making it. Put the sermons in there. I done dropped 2 curses already. I want the old people in Dolton to love me. Okay. Love me like Henyard. Bum, 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 bum. I can perform like her and hold shows. I'm fucking around with y'all. I love y'all. I am really on troll on 1,000. I hope y'all like the broadcast and I'm keeping y'all entertained. Let's go on to the Dolton Politics page on Facebook. We starting to, get to the end of this. So if y'all don't know of some resources where y'all keep up on what's going on, Dolton Politics, shout out to them. I'll be creeping. So here you go. Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard federal probe is looking into works of contractors who face prison for bribery. That's what made me look into it. Like, oh snap. So if you want to be up to date, please hit Dolton Politics page as well as their YouTube page. They are on task. And I want to send a shout out to everyone who's keeping their eye on Dolton right now. Be it you're in Dolton, outside of Dolton, if you're reporting the facts, if you are astonished by what she is doing, hit the like button. Just hit the like button. So I'm not going, this also an article in Chicago Sun. We ain't going to do that one. Contractor implemented in Chicago area a bribery. Now, this is the person. Now, we're going to do a part 2. Okay, because this is the long one. I think this is the short one. This is the long one. Oh, let's put this up here. Y'all see my eyes? God, Tiffany, you got me reading all night. God, got me hooked on phonics over here. June 14th. Happy birthday, girl. Contractor implemented in Chicago area bribery case surfacing the federal investigation of Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. This is another article, but it's a little bit more lengthy. That's why we're going to be doing a part 2 to this, because we're going to get into her friends of Tiffany Henyard, and we're going to get more into Aiesha Properties, and maybe we could clear a little bit more about this vendor. But there you go. The man right there. Nitchoff. There you go. You're going to jail. Yeah, you're going to jail. So federal subpoena were issued this spring to the village of Dolton in Thornton Township. I'm just reading the side of this. Hold on. Henyard in the supervisor and records showing OAKK was named in the Dolton subpoena. There are parts of an ongoing investigation, federal investigation into Henyard. The self-styled super mayor, whose controversial governing style and decisions have generated national and international news coverage. Dozens of business, government employees, political figures, and members of Henyard Inner Circle are named in a wide range subpoena, which also seeks spending records of the multiple trips. So we talked about that. But this is the gentleman. So we're gonna read this one when we do our part 2, so we can just do our flashback of where we stopped today. You thought that you was gonna be getting away with stealing the people's money, and that's not happening. Guess what? Every dog has its day, and today is gonna be your day, Tiffany. Happy birthday. This may be your last birthday being free. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen. This will be the last thing that I share. Y'all know I got to troll. I'm going to troll everybody, even the governor. This is what I found interesting because I'm saying somebody worked with somebody. Somebody knows somebody. I know Tiffany already talked to Miss Lightfoot like, girl, I owe you $300,000. Let us work something out. Or she probably didn't call Miss Lightfoot. Miss Lightfoot like, yeah. You owe me some money now. I'm about to come investigate you, allegedly. Did y'all know it was a connection like that between them two? Please tell me. Please tell me. Did y'all know? Did y'all know? So let's play this together because I have this question as well. And I asked this. Why did we take so long?
Governor, are you monitoring what's going on in Dolton and Thornton Township and leadership there? Are you concerned? Taxpayers seem very worried. There's chaos at meetings. What can be done? Could you play a role in stepping in some way? What's your take on the situation?
So I've looked at that question, whether the state should and can play a role. The federal authorities, as you may know, are involved and investigating. I've read that. I think that's a public piece of information. There is an investigation that's been called for, and now I know there was a veto that was overridden that will now allow that investigation to go forward with former Mayor Lori Lightfoot in charge of that. I think that those are two pretty good authorities for looking into this, investigating it, and getting to the truth.
And the state,
We'll support them. Well, we looked at whether we ought to put resources, whether it's state police and their anti-corruption efforts, or asking the Attorney General. The reality is that there are already two pretty significant investigations going on, and so we'll support them in every way that we can. But it's really just a matter of, do you want everybody running over each other in those investigations, or do you want two concerted efforts toward getting the facts?
Yes, we do. We want them running over each other. I'm about to get to the comments. I'm not about to get off. We got Judge Petty here. Girl, I'll be watching you in the comments because I'll be creeping. You on point. So let's see what Judge Petty has to say. Since she did mention in that December 5th, 2002 meeting that she didn't have any contracts, Jason House asked for 3 things in order to pay those companies, and she could provide contracts. So this was the OAKK company. So they were asking for this information prior. Now, more going on. Dude's last name is Nick To'off. Is Russian? Oh, I thought he was Jewish. He probably listened. Y'all gotta understand that geographical area. They mixed up there. The Jews is from Georgia. That's right in between. The Jewish people from Georgia. That's right in between Russia. That was the lands they fighting for. So you put them people mixed up. But yeah, he Russian. You look Jewish. Let me shut up. Let's move on. Judge Petty, I love you, girl. I'll be watching you. She on point. Grace, this is brought to the board, including that he was putting liens in that December 15, 2000 meeting. What did he put in? Liens? What liens did he put in? Please let me know. Email me, girl, so we can talk about it when I go into video 2. So it says, including that he was putting liens in that 5th. What liens? He was buying. He already bought property. And who is he? Okay. So let's see what else you got to say. I'm not going to just only Judge Petty. Okay, this is Miss Simps, I think. She never paid him because the trustees would not vote for the payment without any contracts. Good. All right, trustees. If y'all didn't pay him, shit. I thought he got $200. At least he got $205,000. He wasn't getting no more after that. All right, now. Oh yeah. Happy birthday, Super Mayor. Oh yeah. We celebrate all your accomplishments, baby. So it says, y'all going back and forth with a conversation here, but Miss Judge Petty, you said that you dropped something. You said you dropped a link. It says, Grace, check the clip I have posted. What clip you posted? Did you post it inside of on your page? Did you post it in here? Because I didn't block that y'all can't put links, because you know some people don't let you put links in their chat. Girl, I don't care. Y'all can share and be sharing. Well, y'all want to, please, if you have a link, let me see it so I could evaluate it. And next week when we go live, we're going to go into it. What else? Valerie, Judge Petty says, Valerie, don't worry, girl. There's a big difference when someone makes a mistake and someone's like Tiffany. I caught a clip of her saying friction instead of frequency. Listen, all right, y'all better stop messing with my sister. We got dyslexia. Stop it, y'all. I'm serious. Sometimes I mispronunciate things. That don't mean that people idiots, but she do move like an idiot. Now you can mispronunciate things. You can see things backwards. But when you're doing shit like this, you a hardcore idiot criminal. I'm gonna just say that. But y'all are fucking with her. It is what it is. Because I think where we from too, we make up our own language. Where I'm from in North, we be having our own slang. So I think that kind of like mess with the way we communicate. I'm gonna be honest. We make up our own words. Newark have our own slang to it. And then to have like me grow up in a Haitian household and hear all them talking all that stuff, you know, I could mimic my grandma. So I don't know what Tiffany Henyard is. She probably just got dyslexia, but she probably was on the little small bus too, because dyslexia is not being retarded. That's just you pronunciating things wrong. I gotta stand up for it. Stop it, y'all. Talking about, yeah, she's not smart because she didn't know how to pronunciate. Shut the hell up. Everybody from other places don't pronunciate things the same. Okay, y'all think y'all better than somebody. I'm taking up for my Henyard and shit. Talking about frequency. Whatever. I'm just playing. I want to say thank you guys for actually being here with me. I want to say shout out to you guys. Judge Petty, if you would like to get a wrench, I would love to give you one. Let me know. I'm grateful. I think I got 3 wrenches out. Valerie Fisher, my girl. Talking about my girl. Ooh. Y'all didn't know Grace Levi could sing like that. Thank you so much, Valerie, for keeping the momentum going. Also, Kathy's not in the building, but I want to say blessings to Kathy, because she literally gave me resources right on the spot when I couldn't find out what was like the no bid homes, and she gave me it. So I appreciate y'all. Listen, if y'all hear me messing up with something, just be like, nah, Grace, look at this. You know, I'm not a person that's perfect. I'm still learning about Dolton, but y'all see I have a different perspective. I analyze things a little different, get us talking, get us communicating about how we feel. Do we like it? Don't we like it? Y'all know I'm gonna add a little uncensored spin with a little bit of laughter in your life, because everything in my life be serious. Serious. So when I come here, I want to have a little bit of fun and keep the conversation educated and much more. So I do want to say I love you guys. I'm going to put up some videos. I won't be live, but I have some ideas of some videos. And then tonight I'm going to put in the community page my 2 conspiracy videos that I'm putting on Rumble, y'all. If y'all into conspiracy, y'all gonna be like, dude. So that conspiracy kind of go into Black Laws Dictionary, government conspiracy, but they're not me talking. These are clips, and I'm putting it together. I got so many clips. Y'all be like, girl, some things will make you think. So that's gonna be on Rumble and Big True today. I'll put that up there for you. But until then, y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go off.
Because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Dolton Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.